Hey, beautiful people. It's been a minute. I know. 6 months, actually. It's been 6 months. I said 2 weeks, but here we are. So, for weeks, I've been drafting in my head what this return video would be. And the main question that has been the driving force to what this comeback video would be was around what happened to her. And I thought I had the answer, and it was pretty simple: grief and loss. That was it. And in preparation to get in front of the camera again, I was like, I need to journal about this, journal about how I want to come back on the scene, uh, be back in this space with you all. And again, I kept thinking it was grief and loss. And every time I would complete a journal entry around answering the question, what happened to her, I left the journal entry feeling like this ain't it. And truth be told, what I was doing is part of the reason why I haven't been in front of the camera. Is I've been overthinking and overdoing authenticity, which is a very popular word these days, especially in the social media realm. I was trying to figure out and emulate, different accounts that seem to be doing things right and getting in front of the views and etc. And it ended up resulting in me doing something very opposite of what I was trying to do, becoming inauthentic. And it really was discouraging for me in the midst of grief and loss, so I thought. And so before I keep going, let me know in the comments, have you ever found yourself trying to be ultra authentic and really you ended up coming across the opposite? Let me know I'm not alone in the comments below, okay? So in my frustration, I guess you can say, of not feeling like I had the answer, like I didn't know how to answer the question authentically, what happened to her, I decided to do what I would probably tell any one of you to do. Look at your journals. Go back, reflect on the time that you disappeared at. And I did. I went back to the last email that I sent to the Her Journal Lounge email subscribers. And I didn't even have a journal prompt for that week. And let them know that, take this opportunity to freestyle, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll actually read to you what I said. I said, hey sis, there's no new in her own words prompt this week. I'm traveling, visiting family, and celebrating a couple of life milestones. I'll be back in 2 weeks with a fresh journal prompt. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. See what happened was... But you know what's crazy is that when I was rereading that last email that I had sent out, I was like, what life milestones? What was happening? What were these things, visiting family? And I'm going to talk about this in a second, but this is a good pause to double down on the chokehold that stress and negative moments have on us, and how they really can erase the beautiful and joyful parts of life. It's crazy how we can remember the bad that happened years ago, but can't remember the good that happened 6 months ago or even just last week. If you need an accountability partner in helping you to remember the good days more than the bad, consider joining Her Journal Lounge's email list for a free gratitude journal kit to help you refocus your thoughts on the positivity that surrounds you. Now back to the video. I took it back to my journal and was like, okay, well, hopefully maybe I wrote some things, was reflecting on what was going on around that time. I think this was April, May, whatever 6 months ago was. And this is why I love journaling, because it really gave me the opportunity to reflect and see the full picture. Because, baby, the pages don't lie. This is why we need to take the opportunity to spend time with ourselves. I rediscovered that Yeah, at that time, I was going to visit my parents. I was going to celebrate my homie's 40th birthday and surprise them in the way that he thoroughly deserved. I was going to my Neo's wedding in Florida where I got the opportunity to see my aunt, who I didn't know at the time that 2 months later she would be gone. And also mourning but celebrating the 1 year anniversary of my cousin's passing. I got to have an amazing weekend with my college girls to celebrate one of their 40th birthdays. Um, and it had been a minute since the three of us had been together, and it was quite the adventure. Was in the thick of marriage counseling and trying to do the work there, and celebrating our sixth wedding anniversary on the same day that my dad told me that he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which was the same cancer that we had just lost um, our aunt to, just the month or so prior. And those are just parts of it, right? Like there was transitions. I transitioned out of my role after 4 years as first vice president of my chapter. Got to spend time with another college friend who invited me to the Beyonce concert. And my journal really helped me to realize that it wasn't just grief and loss, but that there was celebration and love and laughter and fullness of life. Life is a lot, and it comes at us fast, and it comes at us full. And sometimes, especially when we're alone and when we're isolated, we can narrow in on that one thing. For me, grief and loss. But it's so much more. And our journals can help us do that. So join me in the comments real quick. What do you do to make sure that you continue to see the full picture? Is it journaling? Is it prayer? Is it talking to a friend? Let me and others know in the comments so that we can learn from each other. I recently listened to this interview with Tracy Ellis Ross, and she said, social media doesn't show you the process. It surely doesn't. Everything can be so curated, but I really do believe that God has given me a purpose here with Her Journal Lounge, and that there is really something special here. And I hope as we get back on this journey together, because I know y'all were still journaling on your own, I was too, but as we get back on this journey together, I hope that you will join me as we find ways to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves as we are experiencing the fullness of life, the grief, the joy, the pain, the love, the celebrations, the loss, that we may find a way to keep ourselves centered in our truth as we navigate this thing called life. So I go back to the original question. So what happened to her? She was going through the process of becoming a stronger version of herself. Didn't happen the way that I thought, but it allows me to show up for her here and now. So where are we going from here? The journal prompts will resume on a bi-weekly basis to get us through the rest of 2025. I also am behind the scenes planning 4 experiences for 2026, and I would love to get your feedback. So if you live in the DMV area, District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, let me know in the comments below what type of wellness experiences you would like to see in 2026. And even if you don't live in the DMV, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in any virtual experiences that we can do together as we continue to create the freedom-rooted life of our dreams. So it's my hope that this unplanned hiatus does not deter you, but that hopefully this message encourages you to not only reflect on your own year, that it also encourages you to pick up your journal if you haven't in a while. And I hope it encourages you to not walk away from Her Journal Lounge, but to join us on this journey. It was so good. It was too good. It had to be interrupted. No, but I really believe we have something here, like something really, really special. So grab your journals, grab your pens. Let's get back on this journey together. I truly have missed y'all. And again, leave in the comments if you'd like to see an experience, what type of experience you'd like to see in 2026. Also, chime in on the comments regarding, being your authentic self and overdoing it and ending up being inauthentic, or join all the conversations that we've been having throughout this video. Join us in our community in the chat below for sure. My nose is itchy, so I think that's my cue to stop this video. I have missed y'all. Until next time, bye for now.